Hello and welcome to yet another Forex Night weekly market reviews for the 22nd to 26th of April 2013. Right? Last week was over and we are now into a brand new week. The price markets are closed and the prices are set for next week. It is our duty to decide on what direction we will want to trade for this week. Okay. So let's look into the charts. We have a few charts that have a clear directional bias. We will look into those charts and decide what direction we want to concentrate for the week. All right. Okay, now let's look into the charts and see what we have. Beginning with our euro against the American dollar on the weekly time frame. Price is in fact we got a nice run to the downside and price bounced back up. Okay, remember that our rising trend line in here has been broken and the direction now was to the downside. Okay, we have made a retracement back up. We still expect price to make another push to the downside to the 1.28759 level. Okay, that's the next level of support. So for this week we are expecting a candle that should push back down to that level before we can either decide to get a continuation move to the downside or a reversal move. Okay, so for this week on the euro against the American dollar, we will be bearish, searching for short opportunities to hit that level like I said. Okay, all right, that is that on the euro against the American dollar. Let's look into the next pair, which is the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar. This pair on the weekly time frame, I am more liking the kind of price behavior we are getting right here. Okay, price is very bullish from its behavior that we have seen in here. Okay, this was a level that acted several times as in fact we got price acting several times on the daily time frame as both support and resistance in here, and we were waiting. In fact, it was one of Hector's setups, the flat top triangle, if you can remember that, on the daily time frame. We got a breakout of that flat top triangle and we have gotten one candle pullback, okay, to retest that breakout point, and from now on we are seeing price pushing to the upside. This pair is very bullish and we want to keep searching for long opportunities. Okay, for the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar, long-term traders, what you want to simply do is to place your buy stop order. This is the pullback candle, 5 pips. Okay, your stop order should be 5 pips above the pullback candle. This should be your buy stop. All right, let me write it for you to see. Buy stop order, and your stop loss should either be aggressive or what, conservative. Okay, aggressive stop loss should be 5 pips below the 50% of that pullback candle. This should be your stop loss, which is aggressive. All right, that's aggressive, and either 5 pips below the pullback candle. This is your stop loss. This is conservative. All right, this is conservative. Okay, so that is what you want to do, and your targets should be for 2 weeks. Okay, targets should be 2 whole weeks. All right, let me repeat again, the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar is very bullish and we want to be searching for long opportunities from now on. All right, take that. The next one we want to look into is the Australian dollar versus the American dollar, AUD USD pair on their weekly time frame. In fact, this pair also is very bearish. Okay, we are seeing massive momentum push and this push is going to continue for the whole of this week. Okay, so we are very bearish on the Australian dollar versus the American dollar. This is clearly our level of support. All right, so once market opens, we see another push to the upside where we want to engage this pair on a nice short opportunity again to the downside. All right, so we are bearish on the Australian dollar versus the American dollar. AUD USD pair, we want to be searching for short opportunities for the whole of this week. Okay, as more especially as a price is sitting on a highway free of traffic to the next level of support. Okay, all right, that is that. And also remember that we have been in a range, and price is now coming back to the next range leg, which gives us a bearish directional bias. Okay, all right, enough of that. The next pair we want to look into is the USD CAD pair, the American dollar versus the Canadian dollar. On the weekly time frame, we saw how price has respected this trend line, this falling trend line in here, which acted as resistance twice, resistance here, and that level of resistance got broken. We have gotten the pullback to retest that breakout point in there, and we are now seeing price pushing to the upside. Okay, the next target to be hit is around this point of confluence. So for the American dollar versus the Canadian dollar for this week, we are still bullish, searching for long opportunities. Okay, we are not searching for any short entries here. We are looking for long entries. This pair is very bullish, and we want to keep searching for long opportunities. The level of support that we expect any rate pullbacks to retest is the 1.02359 level. Any retracement back down there, we want to engage ourselves on a long entry to the upside. Okay, all right, bullish on that pair. The next pair we want to look into is the euro against the Australian dollar. The euro against the Australian dollar, just like we said last week, we had a bullish move already. This is a nice bullish candle to the upside. No doubt price is still very bullish on this pair, but we will expect some little pullbacks, all right, either to the 1.25608 level. Okay, we will expect some pullbacks to this level before we can see a massive move again to the upside. Like I said, the euro against the Australian dollar is very bullish, but we are expecting a pullback, and we want to make some monies in that pullback before price continues to the upside again. All right, so for this week we will be looking for that pullback to happen before we want to continue searching for more long entries. Okay, all right, that is that on the euro against the Australian dollar. The next pair we want to look into is the euro against the Canadian dollar. For this week, what is our directional bias? Well, we were expecting a trend collapse on this pair on the weekly time frame, as price broke through this rising trend line in here, which was acting as support, and support, we got the breakout of that trend line, and right now price has pulled back to retest this trend line, which was acting as support and is now acting as resistance. Okay, the kind of candle we are having right here does not pass our test for a nice pin bar. All right, so that is not a reversal candle. Price is just still hugging that trend line to respect that level of resistance. Okay, no doubt this week we are going to see a temporary push back down. All right, hopefully not below the 1.33137 level. We want to see price push back down, and from somewhere there price should still keep pushing to the upside. Okay, that is what we are expecting on the euro against the Canadian dollar. Okay, all right, when we get to the daily market reviews, you will see clearly how to trade around that area in there. Now let's take in the next pair on this weekly market reviews, which is our last pair for this reviews, is the sterling pounds against the American dollar. price on the weekly time frame is still hovering around this hour level of resistance. Okay, last week we saw how price pushed up nicely and later came back down. Okay, so we are in the form of a kind of a channel around this level of resistance in here, and we are waiting either for a breakout of that channel or for another bounce again to the upside. All right, the next level of support we are watching on the sterling pounds against the American dollar is a 1.1568 level. Once price pulls back down, the chances are that we will see another push again to the upside. This pair has a bullish pin bar on the weekly time frame. Okay, in fact, we are not interested on short entries on the sterling pounds against the American dollar, based also on the kind of price action we are getting on the lowest low in there. All right, effectively giving us this level in here as a strong level of support. Once price push back down, we should see another rejection to the upside. Okay, all right, this is pretty much all on this weekly market reviews. Like I said before, on the weekly market reviews we will only concentrate on the weekly time frame. When we get to the daily market reviews, we will look at the daily time frame, possibly the 4 hours and 1 hour chart. Okay, all right, this is all. Do your own analysis and confirm if we are on the same page or not. If you have any problems with any of these charts that has been analyzed, simply post it in the forum with your question and we will be ready to address that. Okay, all right, I am your moderator Jacob. I'm wishing you a profitable trading week ahead. Cheers and bye bye.